to Ruby the Exclusive, and this is the Boom Bap Hour Uncut. We have two very special guests here on the Ruby the Exclusive, Bootha Vandross and Cin-Q of the group Loose Cannon. Welcome. We are so glad to have you on the Boom Bap Hour Uncut.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Pleasure to be here.
Yes. So tell the audience about Loose Cannon for those who don't know, and also about your album, The Marquee, and your newest single that you have right now.
Well, The Marquee is our latest effort. We did Marquee on the after a 5-year hiatus, to where we was both doing, just focused on solo projects, and we brought it back together after a 5-year hiatus, and it actually took us 3 years to make it. Well, it didn't take us 3 years to make it. We just, tried to take our time with it. But after 3 years, we finally dropped the Marquee in. You know what I'm saying? It's Marquee is exactly what it says. You know what I'm saying? It's the Marquee. That's our name on the Marquee. And, so, it's a very well-rounded record. You got boom bap, you got street, you got conscious music, you got party music. It's a nice little variety of music on there. And then last night we just dropped breakups and makeups, which is just a little song we did for the ladies. And we wanted to drop that on Valentine's Day. So it's a little 6-song EP that we dropped last night. And like I said, it's for the ladies. Breakups and makeups.
Okay, good. Well, definitely want to promote that. So, want to make sure that we got that so we can play that and also promote that for you too, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, so from your bio, it says that you are a couple of multi-faceted Southern artists that represent the spirit of their ancestors who bore the struggle and the true essence of hip-hop. So I do really love that, and it's so important to represent the spirit of those that came before you. Why do you feel it's important to do so?
Just because it's important, because you have to show appreciation for things that came before you in order to understand where you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? If you don't appreciate the past, you'll have no appreciation for the future, or you won't be able to plan for your future accordingly if you don't take any lessons from anything that came before you. So when it comes to hip hop or any other form of entertainment, we pay close attention, and when we try to study that art as well as we can to incorporate it in everything that we do. So it's very, very important to us to pay homage and keep a certain aspect of the past also mixed in with the present going at all times.
Word. So you two are from Dallas, Texas, and have been doing music together since '97. So are you both from Dallas? How did you two meet?
Yes, we are. We're both from Dallas, but we both also lived in California as well. But we met here in Dallas, Texas when myself, Bootha Vandross, was part of another group. And, just so happened, my man Cin-Q was just one of the little dudes that was just hanging around at the time. And we met like that. He's not the original member of Loose Cannons. There was another member of Loose Cannons, and we kind of parted ways while we were in California. And once we parted ways, Cin-Q being the solo member of the group, or the whole collective rather, and me and him just, I looked at him and it was just like, me and you gonna carry on Loose Cannons, and ever since then, that's just how we've been rocking with it.
Okay. So do you feel that at the time that you started, like around '97, it seems like a lot of artists in the South felt like they had to fight for respecting hip hop because it was all about East and West Coast. Do you feel like, you had to go harder to represent the South and where you're from?
I would say the South had risen about that time, you know what I'm saying, around 97, because we had a lot of dudes from the South that were just, we had Ghetto Boys, we had A-Ball and MJG, we had Outkast, we had Goody Mob. The South was popping already, I think. But at the same time, I feel what you're saying is having to go harder. At a certain point in time, we did feel like, cause they used to call us them country boys. So yeah, we kind of always felt like we had to go a little harder being from the South. Boys on the West Coast used to call us country boys and things of that nature. So yeah, we always felt like, all right, we'll show y'all.
Okay.
We'll show y'all how country we are.
Gotcha. So where do you feel like you find your artistic inspiration? Like, who do you look to when you feel like you want to be inspired, to make music?
It's a variety of a lot of people. Tupac, Outkast, Ice Cube.
Always wanted to be the next podcast star? So what's the holdup? If you're looking for the easiest way to make your podcast, then listen up. Anchor gives you everything you need to make your podcast in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. And that's not all. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. And you can easily make more money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Ready for your voice to be heard across the globe? So what are you waiting for? Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm, ANCHOR.FM to get started today.
LL Cool J, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Patti LaBelle. We listen to gospel and R&B. We even get inspiration from movies. You know what I'm saying? We get inspiration from life, each other sometimes. Inspiration is around you at all times. It all depends on where you want to pull it from. And we try to stay as diverse as possible and pull in from all different aspects of life, art, and entertainment, just to keep it, just to keep everything fresh. And that's like the definition of what Loose Cannons is all about, staying fresh and diverse.
Very important, definitely. It also, you're definitely known for your lyrical skills and wordplay. And do you think with, sometimes, in this climate that lyricism sometimes is not, represented the way it should? Do you think that it's like starting to make a comeback? How do you feel like, you're definitely making a mark, setting the bar in my area?
I'll just say this, you know what I'm saying? We're in our lane. We stay in our lane, and if our lane elevates or helps elevate the game in any type of way, then we're very appreciative of that. And, lyricism is where we come from. So, at the end of the day, if you're not talking about nothing, if you're not giving me, you can't be a little savvy with what you're saying, then it kind of falls on deaf ears with us. So, we make sure at all times that, we're going to, first and foremost, we're going to bring you lyrical content, First and foremost, we're going to bring you some lyrical content. And then after that, we're going to have fun with it. But at the end of the day, you'll always know that you're going to get bars from us.
Most definitely. Well, we ask this question to all of our guests, and we just love the very answers that we get. What does hip-hop mean to you? And, why do you feel that you were chosen to do it? Or why I chose you?
Oh, hip-hop, man, hip-hop is life. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows the origins of where hip-hop came from, then you know that the very reason that hip hop is a $1 billion corporation right now is because it's all based on it's life. It's life events. So, with that being said, hip hop touched me at a very young age. When I heard the message, you know what I'm saying? When I heard Melly Mel spit the message, I was, I knew exactly at that moment, at that very moment in time, that's what I wanted to do. Cause I was just like, wow, you can talk like this over music. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, I was like just blown away by that. But, yeah, hip hop is life. You know what I'm saying? It's the very air that we breathe. And all you gotta do is look around and just pay attention to it because, everywhere you turn, there is hip hop. And, and ain't no running from that. So people might try to belittle it in certain type of ways, but everybody know, like, man, hip hop is a giant.
Yes, definitely. So, what's next for you? What's next for Loose Cannons in 2020? What will you guys be concentrating on?
We are continuing the press run as we speak, like talking to people like yourself, which we really appreciate. We're in the process of shooting all the videos that we need to get out the way. Like I said, we just dropped another record last night that we're also going to be promoting. We have a deluxe edition of the Marquee coming out that we're going to add a lot of new songs to refresh that record, and a couple of more surprises throughout the year, as well as performances, South by Southwest. It's a real busy time to be a loose cannon, but it's real fun. We accept it with open arms.
Okay. Well, basically, do you want to go ahead and give a shout out to, anyone? How can we find your music? Like, how can we find what dropped last night and everything that you have?
You can go find, the Marquee breakups to makeups at loosecannons.bandcamp.com. That's loosecannons.bandcamp.com. You can come to the website. We are LCs.live. That's WE, the letter R, LCS.live. And, any social media platform, pretty much you can get at us, at Loose Cannons. And, you know what I'm saying? We just want to shout out to the folks that rock with us, you know what I'm saying? We looking for we trying to find new ears every day, you know what I'm saying? So we just like to, just shout out to the folks that keep rocking with Loose Cannons, and you know what I'm saying? As always, stay loose, baby.
All right. Well, Loose Cannons, we enjoy having you on the Boom Bap Hour Uncut. Thank you so much for being our guest. We're going to play Lyrically I from the new album, The Marquee. And you heard it here on the Bootha V exclusive. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. It's the Boom Bap Hour Uncut.
It's the Boom Bap Hour Uncut. We back.
Back.